But we're loading into game 2 again with Mountain being on blue side and Meowington being on the red side.
Yes. I do like the early look here from the level 1, looking into the river, trying to get that vision.
Right. It's looking like Toph's going to be caught out by the ward on the pixel, and a little bit of poke is going to be taken, which in the early game is not that big of a deal.
And it looks like that will be a big advantage for Ziggs with the mana flow ban. That's 1 stack down, 9 more to go.
Right. Yeah, being that 10 stacks, that's going to be very important for Ziggs to get that mana flow ban finished. So
yeah.
Health-wise, not so much of a big deal. Ziggs, pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's a big help for the Ziggs in his laning phase. Getting that mana flow just that little bit earlier means that he can start throwing out his Qs and his Es to wave clear that much earlier in the game. But this Volibear should just regen that health before laning phase starts, so it shouldn't be too much of a difficulty for him.
Right.
And I would like to point out the Lucian taking Cleanse working on the Ashe ult, but not any other hard CC on the team. Not any of the other ultimates on the team. You cannot cleanse a Malzahar ult. And I don't know if the Lucian knows this going into it, or if he's going to have to find that out the hard way later in the game.
Right. Now, that was a little bit of a change, right? Because they used to be able to, if I'm not mistaken. Was that a change, or was it never a thing?
I believe that the summoner spell cleanse you've never been able to, because like if you hover over it, it gives you like specific does not work on suppressions or airborne.
Right.
And Malzahar ult is a suppression.
Right.
I don't know if before in the game you could. I haven't been around too long.
Neither have I. And honestly, I've never actually used cleanse. Being a jungler even being in the ADC role, I've never thought of using cleanse as a good way of getting out of stuff. But I guess in this lane, for the laning phase, I think that's what cleanse is going to be mainly used for, would be for the Ashe and the Braum.
It gives them a lot of teamfight potential, a lot of 2v2 potential, denying the Braum stun and the Ashe ult once they hit level 6. Lucian should be able to look aggressive. And we do see in the top lane, the Volibear winning those early trades, as the coach was talking about, being able to chunk out the Volibear and gain that, or chunk out the Ornn and gain that lane priority.
Right, it's looking like there's actually going to be a little bit of a fight here. White Bear, the Ornn, is just getting slapped. It's looking like.
Yeah, that's the strength of the Volibear, especially with Grasp of the Undying. Those longer trades when he's able to proc 3 or 4 grasps, he heals so much.
Right. Now, what's interesting here is that both junglers are starting on their own respective sides for the Scuttle Crab timer. Both getting the timer down very well, being at that 3:15 mark.
Yeah, and it's looking like Nunu is losing in priority, even though he's the early game champion. Falling behind on camps, and if Nocturn is able to hit 6 before Nunu is able to make an impact, I think that will be huge for Meowington as a team.
Right, now if you didn't notice, they did take blue first, and then when they were taking Gromp, the Braum actually left a passive on the Gromp to make it easier for BigKash to actually take the Gromp on his side.
That's a big help from the bot lane, increasing the jungle speed from the Nocturn, getting to that level 6, just that 1 or 2 seconds earlier can be a huge change in swinging these side lanes.
Now there's going to be a little bit of an invade here from Mountain. They're going to get the plant, and it looks like they're looking for some deeper wards. Going to give them some vision in their jungle. Cash, actually, the Nocturne invading the Nunu, which is very good for Nocturne to do. Nocturne's pretty simple at doing that, but not something that the Nunu wants.
Yeah, no, that is not something that commonly happens against the Nunu too. Nunu's usually the one walking in, taking those camps, and walking out. But with the Scuttle Crab trade and no contest, I think it was fair for Meowington to assume that Nunu was on his bot side clearing, so it was safe for him to go there. And especially with how much priority the Volibear has in the top lane, it would have been a lot easier for Volibear to roam down than.
Right, it's looking like Nunu's trying to gank the bot lane here. Like Ashe is going to be the main. Ashe is going to use that heal and the flash to get out, along with the Braum's going to use that W, hit the Q. The Nocturne is there, though, for the answer. This ward did not see him, so Nocturne is there to help with this.
I do think that's a very good look from the Nunu, especially because of how far they're pushed up.
Right.
But I think Sona aggressed a little bit too early and kind of gave away the gank to Meowington, letting them know they had to back out.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I feel like they're trying to get a little bit more faster. They might be looking to take that dragon first. I don't know.
Yeah, Nunu has one of the best early game dragons with his Q being like a smite's worth of damage on a super short cooldown. And with the bot lane getting chunked out as hard as they did, they can just, the Mountain bot lane can just roam up to this objective and not get punished for it, being able to push in the wave and help secure that first Ocean Drake of the game.
Right. It's looking like this is taking it. There it is. There it was.
Yep. And the next Drake to spawn will be a Mountain Drake, which
Nice.
means that we're either going to get a Cloud Soul or an Infernal Soul.
So actually, here comes a gank on the mid lane. Now, Malzahar is going to try to get the kill off on the Ziggs. Yes, and get the first blood, too.
Nocturne is in the river. Volibear is also in the river looking down.
Here comes Nunu. Nocturn's actually going to flash. Nocturn's actually going to flash to go get that to save him, and that's going to be a kill onto the Nunu as well. That was a very nice flash from the Nocturne, being able to get there a little bit faster.
That is huge from the Malzahar, being able to turn that 2v1 into a first blood, and Meowington's team being able to rotate down and help him get away from that Nunu and get a kill on Nocturne before he even hits 6.
Right, and as that was happening, bot lane did get to push in, not with a kill, but they are pushing in and did get almost 2 tower to 2. They did get 2 plates of tower. That's the word.
They knocked 1 plate, but it looks like they did not get the gold for it because they walked out of range too quickly.
Right.
Not knowing where the
one.
Nunu is huge for that. Losing, that's just like 160 gold that's lost.
Right.
Because they don't have the vision to know where Nunu is at the time.
Nice deep ward from the Ziggs over here in the mid lane. Did they get the push up? Did get a nice one. Top lane still looking like it's still in favor of Volibear at this point. And bot lane.
It looks like Mountain is doing a lot better of a job of tracking Meowington's jungler, but they haven't been able to stop the invades because of how much priority they have in that top lane.
Right.
So Nocturne is level 6, getting that very early in this game, being almost on level with the mid laners.
Right. This is the first back Nocturne is actually taking.
And he gets a full Blood Razor.
That will be very, very huge for that Nocturne, getting that full Blood Razor.
If they aren't able to spot him out and take a fight not knowing what items he has, that could be a huge difference in a fight. That's a lot of unexpected damage, and attack speed on Nocturne is so huge with his passive. He can just melt through this Nunu right now, or even this Ornn would probably get melted down by that.
Right, so looking like they're trying to take the rift. They're trying to take the rift here. Meowington does have no wards on it, so I think they might just get this for free.
Yep, that control word is huge for making sure that they can just take that without any contest.
Alright, it's looking like they're going to try to do something top lane, but if Top stays where he is, he's staying where he is.
It's looking like Meowington's trying to engage on the bot side.
Right, so as that's happening, this is going to be going on bot lane. There's a Lucian. Lucian's going to use that cleanse to get out of the bronze stun. Lucian is going to get that. Lucian is going to get the kill on the Ashe, but then Volibear did get a kill on the Nunu. And
Volibear was able to turn the 1v2, get a kill out of it, and get out, while bot lane was able to trade 2 for 1.
Right.
And push in the wave to deny all that farm.
So that was very, very well fought from both sides of Meowington. Now, unfortunately, the Ashe did die because the Q from Lucian. Do not believe Lucian Q gets blocked by the shield, does it?
It does not, because it is not a projectile.
Right, it goes through both of them. So unfortunately, losing 1 life to that. That's 1 for 2. Again, good side for Meowington. So if Tyler is here, I actually would like to ask him how the Volibear... Was the Volibear that plan here of being able to be that powerful, or what's going on with this?
Yeah, so completely. We recognize that the Volibear will beat the Ornn. And the little post-draft conversation I had with them. Of course, I didn't have a whole lot of conversation with them because I had to hop over here and talk to you guys. But yeah, so we determined that the Volibear is going to be able to just completely dominate that lane. And as you can see there, even in a 2v1 situation, he kills the Nunu and gets away with his life as well.
Right, kills the Nunu and flashing out, which very well. So this game looks to be going right now in the early game very well for Meowington, which is not what Mountain is wanting, if I'm correct in saying that, Will.
Yeah, no, with the team comps, this is the opposite of what Mountain wants. Mountain wanted to win this early game and be able to snowball the lead and not allow Mountain to hit those item spikes. And looking at the gold lead is huge, a lot of that gold being on the Nocturn, because he will be able to dive the backlines with his spell shield and blow up any squishy that he wants to late game.
Alright, so now we got 5 seconds coming up with this Mountain Drake. It looks like Mountain is ready for it. Mountain's going to get the Mountain Drake. Very interesting. But here comes bot lane. Bot lane's going to try to roam up on this a little bit. Bro, Braum getting poked out. Braum's actually going to use the ult from Lucian, going to kill the Braum, but the Ashe is going to kill the Lucian there. Ziggs ult's going to come out. Here comes the Nocturn ult. Nocturn ult's going to get the Sona here, and Nocturn's going to try to get. So Ashe actually blast cone back into the Nunu ult. The Malzahar ult on the Ziggs is also going to kill the Ziggs. Holy, Meowington is running with this game.
Yeah, and the whole game is just falling apart for Mountain. They're doing the exact opposite of what their team comp was. They were supposed to win the early game.
Right, that's over Mountain. That's Mountain Drake over to Meowington, which is going to be another Cloud Soul for this game too.
I think this game, it's even bigger than the last game, less because of the soul or the rift, but because of the Mountain Drake stacking itself.
Oh, that's gonna be that's gonna be a flash away. There is the slap during the dash. Oh man.
Yeah, I do think that the Cloud Drake is probably itself the most powerful single Drake to have. But having that on champions with such strong ultis like the Malzahar, the Nocturne, and the Ashe is massive in a game like this.
Right, we
If
got.
I were to make a comment here about top lane, because I know we were talking about the Volibear Ornn matchup right here.
Well, I'm gonna cut you out real quick. We got a Braum coming in. Braum ult's coming in onto the Nunu. Nunu's gonna get stunned here by the Braum, and Nunu is gonna go down. That was a TP coming from the Ornn. The Ornn ult's gonna come in. The Ornn's gonna miss his ult. Ornn completely whiffed it. Ornn completely whiffed it.
Mountain completely flops that play.
Oh man, that was crazy. That was crazy on both sides. Meowington playing that really well, and then Mountain whiffing that ult from the Ornn. Sorry to cut you off there, Tyler. Now continue saying. What were you saying?
So a big deal with the matchup top lane right here is that we see that the Ornn will have to use his dash to actually get away from the Volibear engage. The Volibear is laying down so much damage, even building full tank, that he's been able to force that quintessential dash in from the Ornn.
Right.
And I'll stop talking again.
Oh yeah, sorry. Ashe ult was used to get the. There's just nothing to talk about. Ashe ult was used to get to the Sona. Sona was then just beaten down by the Braum, and then we got a Nocturne ult coming in. Bot lane is just getting ripped.
You ever see what happens when you put a stick of butter in a hot skillet?
Yeah.
That's what's happening to Mountain this game.
This is crazy.
Once again, up top lane, we see the Ornn having to use that dash outwards, not being able to get the knockup on the Volibear. And so that's a quintessential part of being able to fight this lane, is being able to force the Ornn into making that dash play outwards as opposed to inwards towards his pillar.
Right. Now that's a really good way to cancel that out. And Volibear is just running with his lead. Mid lane seems the only one that's even a little bit even. But here comes Nocturne trying to gank the Ziggs. Ziggs did use his W earlier. That's gonna. Man, this Nocturne is doing work against this Nunu. This is not what Nunu wanted.
No. And continue on the point about the Volibear. When a Volibear gets ahead like this, there's nowhere that's safe, because he can just walk under your towers. Like, if he presses R, your tower just turns off, and he can just still kill you under it. So,
right, if no one does not know, Volibear ult does disable the tower for, I believe, 3 seconds, which is immense in the 1v1, especially on a tower dive.
That's correct. 3 seconds.
All right, we got Ashe coming in. I mean, the Lucian is going to try to use Flash, but here comes the Braum Q. One more stack. Oh, the cleanse is going to be used from the Ashe. Oh, the cleanse come out. Here comes the Lucian ult trying to do it on the E. Here comes from the TP from Toph. That's going to be from the Volibear. Here comes the Sona.
And while this is all going on, BigKash is able to get the Rift Herald down for his team.
Right, Rift Herald was taken from Meowington. Here comes first tower, also taken from Meowington, given that extra cold. They are taking this gold lead. Here comes the ult from the Nocturn. Nocturn's going to get the hill. Here comes the Ashe ult coming through the lane, trying to help as best as possible. That looks like it's going to be a mid tower as well, and tier 2 bot lane tower. Meowington is just running. There's no stopping this.
And if they walk the Rift Herald into the... Oh, Sona flashed.
Sona flashed backwards into the Braum. Oh no! Here comes the first tower. Here comes the first charge. They're gonna try to get all the suppression. Oh, that's gonna be a kill!
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness! And, oh, unfortunately, Nocturn is gonna go down for that. That's gonna be a shutdown for the Nunu. But I don't think it matters. They cracked tier 2 bot lane 2 with the tower dive. Sona flashed back into it. What is going on?
Yeah, but looking at this game from Mountain's point of view, I think everyone's saying FF15 jungle diff, let's limit test.
Right, at this point, right.
Well, I think that's what Sona was doing right there with the flash.
Right, and it's not just jungle diff, it's all diff. They're all playing very well. Meowington is playing out of their mind, and there's the fun bush. Oh my god, I think Mountain's just done at this point. I think Mountain's lost. It's looking like Mountain's losing all confidence in this game.
I think at this point they're just looking for small plays to just get their confidence back to pull into next week's game.
They got top lane turret. They did crack top lane. They did crack it open a little bit.
That's a win. They got top lane first. That's a win.
Yeah. To win, Ornn actually Ornn's gonna hit the ult. There's gonna be red team's gonna get the dragon. All right, not really much fight. Maybe not. I don't know. They're just kind of.
You can see here the Meowington Inc is using the interesting strategy of the double pink warded dragon pit.
Yeah, they are. Well, that's actually
you gotta make sure there's no vision in there.
That is a very good strategy because if you put one pink ward too far on one side, it's not going to see the other side of the bush. No, the other side of the pit. The Ashe ult's gonna come hit it. Come hit the Ziggs. That's gonna be a Nocturne on the Ziggs. Okay, there's Malzahar gonna kill the Ziggs. The double kill from the Malzahar. There's the exhaust gonna come out. There's the Braum W with the Braum ult. Nocturne is just going for the Sona. Nocturne wants Sona so bad, leaving the Nunu with the Ashe. Nocturne is gonna actually get the Sona, but Lucian is gonna get the Nocturne.
You're to turn it around. I think they're just trying to see how hard they can kill one person, blowing the Ashe ult and the Nocturne ult and the Malzahar ult on the Ziggs. Like that's just overkill.
Yeah, that is a little overkill. I think Meowington is just having a little bit too much fun with their prey.
Yeah. But they're being thorough. They're being smart. They're being thorough, making sure they take every tower. Don't want to do something stupid and throw this game. I've seen LCS teams lose easier games than this.
Yes, I have. I've witnessed that too. Believe me, I've witnessed a lot more LCS teams lose games because they got way too overconfident. So this is something Meowington has to make sure they don't do, is get overconfident. And I know from personal experience, some of them do. Some of them get just a little bit too far. There's going to be a Volibear. There's just a big bear hiding in a bush. Nunu can't see anything. Poor Willump. Willump is just getting wrecked.
Yeah, the bush bear. It's a lethal predator to the Sasquatch.
Oh yeah. At this point, it looks like the game's going to start calming down a little bit. Mountain is going to try to take control back of their jungle. It's looking like the control for the jungle is going completely over to Meowington. So all Mountain can really do is just try to keep as much vision as possible so they don't get caught out again.
I do think with the Baron coming up in 40 seconds, Meowington wants to play their hand and not kill them too early so that they respawn when Baron's up. Right. They want to wait to kill
here comes the Nunu coming into the mist flash over the wall from the Ashe. But here's the Braum. Braum with the WE is going to be in there. That's going to be the Nocturne ult. Nocturne ult's going to get down the Sona. And then the Ashe is going to also get down the Nunu. And Volibear is also going to help. I think Volibear actually used the ult for that. Oh, that was almost very scary for Meowington to let go, but they were able to recover that very quickly. Here comes the Ornn ult. Ornn's gonna ult. Ornn's gonna try to hit. Ornn's gonna hit the Braum shield, block the rest of it. Ornn's gonna get the unstoppable onto that, and there's the Toph. That's gonna be a Lucian ult. Lucian ult's gonna come trying to get to the Nocturn. Will actually connect to the Nocturn. Nocturn will go down. Here comes Ashe from behind. That's gonna be suppression from suppression on the Lucian. Lucian's gonna go down. Lucian can't get out cleanse that. We got here comes the. Oh my goodness! Ornn just died. Ornn just died from the Malzahar burn.
Yep. And I do think, unfortunately, because the Nocturne went down and Ziggs being alive, I don't think Meowington...
Here comes the Nunu ball. Nunu ball was used too early. But yeah, as you were saying, sorry, Will, to cut you off.
I don't think that Meowington can look for the Baron here because the Nocturne did go down to the Lucian. But that is a very big thing to keep their momentum going forward. And now they can look to just hover in that topside jungle of Mountain and look for one pick, and that should just be a Baron for them.
Right. Now I know we're talking about this, like, we're talking about it as if the game is already over, but on Mountain's side, what do you think Mountain has to do to even get back into this game and to maybe have a chance of winning? Like, what do you think is going to have to happen here?
I think, honestly, Mountain should give up on the Drake. I think if Mountain allows Meowington to get the next 2 Drakes, they can look for an Elder Drake steal, and that could be their way back into this game.
Okay.
That buff is so strong. In that last fight, Lucian would have gotten 3 kills right at the end there, just from the Elder Drake just popping people.
Right. So here comes Meowington taking that Baron. It is looking like Mountain has no way of answering this. Nunu is bot side. They're just going to give this Baron up. And the Ashe ult is actually going to connect to the Ziggs. Ziggs is going to flash out, but the Malzahar burn is just going to get him.
Oh,
and here, Nocturne all on the Sona. Nocturne is on Sona. Nocturne will not let Sona go. The Volibear ult's going to come into the Lucian. Is going to stun the Lucian. Lucian is going to go down. And then it's going to go down. Ornn's going to go down by the Ashe as well. This game looks over.
That should just be game from Meowington here. Sona's down for 15 seconds. Lucian's down for 20.
Malzahar on the Nunu.
Here.
There's the ace. There's the ace going through this game, man.
And I think this game is a very big showing for BigKash, being able to flex that he can't just only play Lee Sin and Sejuani. He has the Nocturne. What else does he have in his pocket?
Right. He's got a lot in his pocket. Now I remember from when we were talking with him, he has a lot he can do for this game. He has a lot. That's going to be game 2 going over, and the series going over to Meowington. Great showing of their first game. Great showing.